Hey, it's Mr. K doing another update. Went to sleep this morning, woke up, everything's different. So, College Board has released more information on how they're going to test. They are taking off a lot of content from the last sections that you would have gone through for all your AP classes. Depending upon the class, I'm not sure what the other classes are taking off, but for Physics 1, they're taking off electric charge, electric force, DC circuits, and mechanical waves and sound. For Physics 2, they're taking off geometric and physical optics. We just got done with that. Unit 7 is quantum, atomic, and nuclear physics. For Physics 2, they're taking that stuff off. And for C mechanics, they're taking off oscillations and gravitation. So what that means is that all of our content is done. We finished back in March, early March, or before that. Anyways, it is March. So that's good and that's bad. Bad in a sense that you miss out on that extra content. This might be your last physics class that you take before you go to college. This might be your last physics class that you take, period. And so you lose out on that information, that content that I would have liked to teach you. I actually do like teaching you new things. But on the other hand, that does mean that we are in review mode, and so all the way up until the test, we're going to focus on the topics that we've already covered: kinematics, dynamics, circular motion, gravitation. For Physics 1, energy, momentum, all that great stuff. Electrostatics and magnetism for Physics 2. Yeah, that's definitely on there. Fluids, thermo. That's definitely on there. You can check out. I'm gonna post a link to a file with all these what's in, what's out kind of topics, and you can check that out. But moving on, we're going to go towards Canvas and Microsoft Teams. District came out and said that they want us to only use Microsoft Teams. They even said no Zoom. And so I've transferred ownership of the Discord over to Michael, and he will be running that from now on. And if I just so happen to be there and all of you show up, then it's kind of like, oops, I guess. But it's always good to hang out and just talk. And that's what I'm glad that you guys are using it for, is to just keep that social aspect going, even if we are stuck at home. I'm planning on, the Microsoft Teams. Make sure that you are able to access Microsoft Teams. Get on it. I've invited and added everybody in AP Physics to my Microsoft Teams groups. There's one for AP Physics 1, and there's another one for AP Physics 2 and C. Not sure how that's all going to go just yet, but that's what they want us to use. So I'm going with it, and I will be using it. And so your homework for my class, at least, is going to consist of Mastering Physics or UT Quest still. And then through Canvas, we're going to do some discussion things where I'll put up like an FRQ or some kind of multiple choice. I want you to discuss it, add in some discussions, and you're going to get credit based on just participating. Free grades. But just participate. If you know somebody that does not have access to internet, let me know, and we'll try to figure something out for that, because Spectrum or Charter is giving away free internet access during this time, so that shouldn't be a problem for much longer for them. But if you know somebody that just is not wanting to do anything, well, I mean, school's still a thing, and grades are still a thing, so they're pretty much just asking to fail when things got a little bit easier for class, honestly. Let's see, going down here, planning on. All right, so yeah, the writing is going to be more concept focused. The test is now a 45-minute test that you will do from home, which is just mind blowing that they would do that. If you go to College Board and go to their coronavirus update, you can see all this information on the test. But I'm just going to tell you right now, the test is 45 minutes. It's going to be FRQ based. There is no multiple choice on it. That doesn't mean we're not going to practice multiple choice, because I believe multiple choice works on your quick thinking skills and trying to, assign what topic this problem is to what concept that we've covered, and it's going to help you with that FRQ basis as well. So the discussions will mostly be around, how would we approach this problem? What do you think about this problem compared to somebody else? And you're going to have to participate. It's just, for some of you, if you don't want to put your opinion out there, you pretty much have to. That's the way that you're going to learn in this new world that we're in right now. Let's see. There is an option to write by hand and submit a photo for the test. That's weird. But they said that there's an option for that, and colleges will support the credit gained this year, just as they have before. And so, I know some people are worried that colleges will look at this and say, well, they weren't tested over everything, and we're not going to give them credit for that. But they've jumped on board with it and said, hey, this crisis is happening, it's affecting us too, and we're going to give credit this year for this whole thing going on. So if you earn credit this year, fantastic. They'll still give you the same amount of credit in college. Um, let's see. Last thing, starting March 25th, there's going to be free live AP review courses given by teachers throughout the country. I have no idea on the level of quality of that. I'm going to assume that it's going to be top-notch, good stuff, but you never know. You might like it, you might hate it. It's the same thing that I've always said about content. You find the content that you're going to want to use. That's good for you. Okay. The grades are still going to come in based on that participation, based on online homework stuff. Not too sure how we're going to do testing, if we're going to do it at all, or we're just focused on however this AP test is going to go. June's class and my class is going to be separate in Canvas, and what that's going to allow is us to have similar content that we're going to make together, that we're going to push out to both classes, but it's also going to allow us to do that differentiation because, she teaches very differently than I do. I have a certain way of going about things which is good for some kids and really bad for others, and she has a way where it's extremely good for a certain group, and another group they just don't like it. And so it's the same thing with every teacher. You might get along with them, you might not, and for some strange reason, people might get along with me, and I don't know what that is, but it works out. So expect Canvas to be a thing. So all classes will have Canvas. AP Physics 1, 2, and C will have Canvas. But again, 1 is going to be more structured, and C and 2 are going to be much more fluid to kind of meet whatever needs that we want at that time, because you guys are my second year class. You've been through it all, and you're seniors. We're just trying to figure this out to the end. So keep at it. We're going to keep that Discord going, and we'll see how this all goes. I'm going to put stuff together this weekend. It's going to all start up on Monday. So I'll see y'all online, and have a good night.